how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag. I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit. You should know it's automatic. I've been getting to it. I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick. She don't know that I can pace it. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Oof. I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that C.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a lineback. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And his first pass is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Now before this. Second down play will get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Winston. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd down, Winston. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they're a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Jaguars.
They run the counter. Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 24, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Colts nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Brissett looking for Campbell down. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
For the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Eight yards the tally. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. It's Kennedy. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kamale Correa came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. These two teams all tied after 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 3rd down, Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
shotgun handoff to Thompson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
34 on the carry.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And now the throw taken in by Chark. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for
that almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Return. The Colts take over first and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The 29-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Brissett. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Brissett. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 14. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for India.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Jameis now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Colts pick it up. And he's into the clear. The 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
And he has great speed to he got and took off. There was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offense.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Throwing on second and long. Winston. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking long for Westbrook. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again with Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Jameis again. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Colts 20. Josh Lambeau to kick.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. They run with Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Play action now. Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Winston now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time he fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dixon. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They run. Robinson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. He's got it complete to Thompson. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just Matthew. 44 Mike. Check. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing. Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 1st down, Kennedy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. There's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Check 43. Hey, switch gears.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Tyreek Hill, the ball carrier.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Brissett sets to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Blankenship on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kennedy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joe Schobert, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, kill. Middle.
Play fake. Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Brissett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big conversion on third for the Colts. 42 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Hey, kill. What we got? Both sevens and Mike.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On third down, Winston. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he'll let this one go deep for Chark. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
They'll throw again. Winston. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Jaguars.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back near his goal line, Brissett. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 54 yards. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson going to get this one out wide. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
27-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 28 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 37, Jaguars 21. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
To put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. On 2nd down, Winston again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
47 yards.
Jameis now on 1st down. And Winston lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
One last shot now for Winston. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Colts, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.